And finally tonight, Becky Anderson shares with us her top 5 picks for books written by up-and-coming African-American authors.
Hi, I'm Becky Anderson, and it's Black History Month, and I've picked out 5 of my top favorite books by African-American authors or illustrators for adults and children. One of my favorites, and it came out last year, is Lillian's Right to Vote. It's by Jonah Winter and it's illustrated by Shane Evans. This is an incredible picture book about Lillian. She's 100 years old and it is voting day. She's climbing up the hill, and as she's climbing up the hill to go to vote, she's thinking about her family history, her great-great-grandparents who were slaves, about all the people in her family who fought for the right to vote, and the 1965 Voting Rights Act that was so important. But it's also about how important this right is and that everyone in this country should exercise that right. This is one of my absolute favorite books of all time. This is by Jacqueline Woodson. She's a poet and a children's author. She won the National Book Award, a Newbery Honor, and also a Coretta Scott King Award book for Brown Girl Dreaming. It's her memoir of growing up, and she always wanted to be a writer, but she struggled with reading. But it's also about her growing up in South Carolina and then moving to Brooklyn, New York, and the differences between moving between those two areas of the United States, but also living in the South and having to live with the remnants of Jim Crow laws. She's an absolute brilliant author. It's written in prose. It is exquisite writing. You will absolutely love this book. This book is by one of my absolute favorite authors. He's coming in April for the sequel to this book. This book is called Crossover. It's a great middle grade novel. It won the Newbery Medal and a Coretta Scott King honor. It's written in prose, and it's about 2 boys. They're twins, and they play basketball. They're juniors in high school. But the big thing in their life is that their family is so strong. The book is written in hip hop and concrete poems and all these cool genres of prose that will get you moving and grooving, and it is absolutely fun, but it really shows you the heart of the game, but the heart of what a family can be. Okay, one of the best pieces of nonfiction, a narrative piece from Isabel Wilkerson. This book won so many awards. It's called The Warmth of Other Suns. This is a book about the great migration of African Americans from the South to the cities of the North. And what she does this brilliant history and research about these 3 people and traces their stories and over the 6 million people who migrated from the South to the North, to the cities of the East and the Midwest. And she follows 3 people, a woman who comes from the South, a man who was a surgeon in the Army, but yet he couldn't practice medicine in his own hometown, and then a 3rd person. A brilliant history to know about the migration of the South and African Americans into the cities where we live today. All right, this is the book that everyone needs to read. This is Ta-Nehisi Coates' Between the World and Me. This book won the National Book Award, and well did it deserve that award. This is an incredible book, and he has written to his son. The whole book is written sort of as a letter to his son to tell him what is it like to be young and black and living in America. He traces the history of the struggles of the African American people within this country from slavery forward, but it's also about what's happening today in cities and towns and places all over this country. What does it mean to be black? What does it mean to survive? What does it mean to be whole and a man in this country? A brilliant story that we all need to read. So it's Black History Month. Go out and celebrate some wonderful books by some of the greatest authors and illustrators living today. Go out and read about the rich history of African Americans in this country. Celebrate this month with a great book.